Hello, I am back from my vacation. I have been to Morocco and that was awesome. I don't generally want to say where I'm going before I've been there publicly out on the internet, just in case. Can't be too careful. And yeah, it was awesome. I actually got to see well, Marrakesh for once was pretty cool. All the mosques, which isn't too unusual, of course, because mosques are everywhere. But also like Ait Ben Haddou, where they filmed parts of Gladiator, for example. Oh man, what a view! And a lot of the gorges, as in one gorge, several gorges. I don't know if that's how you say it. The gorges are gorgeous that they have in any event. We stayed in a hotel right by a gorge and looking down at the view. It was fantastic. Also, like the Majorelle Garden, which, you know, was was interesting. Should be seen. Of course, it's nothing compared to Swedish gardens, I would say, but they had some rare plants collected for like ages, which is cool. Do you think we'll make it on this? What else do we need? What could be good? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with that one. Let's see. Yes, I've been away for 11 days, I think it was. So 2 days in London, going from Sweden to Copenhagen to London to Casablanca to Marrakesh, and then carring around with our personal tour guide around, you know, the Atlas Mountains, Ait Ben Haddou. I don't remember the name of all the places now, and I apologize for the bad how you say things. Now I forget. Anyway, it's amazing. Then back to Marrakesh, 2 last days in Marrakesh, back to change in Casablanca, England, London, and then slept over there for the night at a hotel, and then back to Stockholm, Sweden. I was fantastic, but the thing is, I haven't gotten like any color basically, because it's like 30 degrees Celsius all days, and I mean more. It could be a little less in the shade, but more usually in the sun. So you don't stay out in the sun; you actually avoid it. I've gotten a little bit of color, but not much. It was great. I got the runs though, of course. I always get the runs at one point or another whenever I travel. I just count that in, and it doesn't. So as long as that's not a surprise, and thank God for alcoholic wipes, you know, so you can clean yourself properly. Because the places might say they have AC, electricity, running water, but they're always going to be missing something of the 3, if not all, you know. So you better plan when doing these trips. And I've been eating tagine till it's, you know, everywhere there's tagine, and not my favorite. I mean, it's a lot of vegetarian food, which I, as a vegetarian, of course, appreciate. But no, I don't think I ever want to eat tagine again in my life. Then of course it's a third world country, so you know, the things that you'd expect in those countries will still be there. The poverty and abuse of animals, and animal cruelty and animal abuse, beggars, people trying to pickpocket you, all these things. But I mean, if you count on all this and are prepared for it, it's not a big deal. Just, you know, always keep your passport and important stuff on your body and keep checking your pockets every 5 minutes and you'll be fine. It was actually the best vacation I've ever had abroad. And I'm not a fan of heat, so me saying that is really something rather remarkable. I don't enjoy heat at all. If it's over 25 degrees Celsius, I start to, you know, have trouble. Pain! But it was fantastic. We had a great guide. This was a gift. It was like a thank you gift for helping out. And so it was a friend of the family who guided us. Or rather, a friend of the family of my friend, and he brought me with him. So I don't have the money to pay at the moment for those type of expenses that it costs with having a private guide you around. You know, you drive around in a car with AC and everything. You know, you just long to get in the car. Because that was like the nicest place, and we got, you know, the hotels worked nicely. They all, I mean, they'd be lacking water every now and then, but then it'd come back, so you'd be able to have proper showers. And that, of course, makes things a lot easier. So I have to say, I mean, it was great. Had a great experience. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. We also was out like in the middle of nowhere when it came to the desert, and it was just like, holy crap! There's nothing there. I rode a camel for the first time. That was great. But then it was also like. I understand when people say there's a beauty about the desert. We went into the Sahara Desert, and I can understand it to a degree, but I felt so isolated and sort of it was quiet there, which is something I always enjoy. Going out, for example, in Sweden when there's snow, it makes everything a lot more quieter and there's a serenity about it. But I know that if I walk in any direction, you know, I'll make it through, I'll be able to go somewhere. But in a desert, it's so isolated, and you know you're dead if you know, get dropped off there. You won't be able to walk far before you're screwed, you know. I felt a bit sad and a bit lonely, and I felt it was so... There was so little... You didn't see much animal life. There were some, you know, like dung beetles out there, and birds, you know, here and there, but nah, the desert isn't for me, I found out. It felt lonely and isolated, and not in the good sense that you can, you know, relax because no one is bothering you. With these are excellent for these. They can't take even. They cannot not even take one. It's perfect. So yeah, and the people were generally very hospitable. Yeah, I think that's the word. So I can highly recommend it if you get a private, you know, driver and someone who knows, you know, the locals and can help you, and you could just say, stop here, I need to get out and puke, or stop here, can we get drinks, or, you know, we stopped along the road, and because there was a guy there with melons on just had a truck full of a truck full of melons, and so we just decided to stop there and grab some, you know, and you can't really do that when you're on one of those bus tours, you know, where they just if you need to puke, you puke in the bag and you just keep going because they have these fixed stations they need to go at, and so you have a bit more flexibility. You have the working AC, which almost never works, what I know, in those scrungly tourist buses where you're cramped to stick together with sweat, you know, you're glued sweaty to another person. But if you're after that kind of experience, sure, go ahead, you know. So I had a wonderful time, absolutely fantastic.